Welcome back everyone to our gameplay series of Transport Inc. And this is the video that I've been waiting for a long time. We are finally ready to get into the airplane business. So we're going to need to find some airports, specifically some cities with airports, and then determine where there's demand, preferably a long distance away. And by long distance, I'm talking at least a couple of states away, if at all possible. And of course, we're looking for large demand because that's where we're going to really rack up some profits. We're sitting here at about 6.5 million right now, and we've done very little. We've covered about 3 states maybe in a fairly decent way. But my plan going forward is to stick with airplanes and then the rail system as much as possible. That's going to keep our number of vehicles down overall and should help our frames per second moving forward. All right, so let's go ahead and do what I've been waiting to do for a while here. Let's unlock for 800 grand the license for airplanes. And the first thing we're going to do is just take a moment to breathe in just how expensive these things are. Now, some of them, cargo, we can carry 30 cargo for only 450,000, which isn't terribly expensive given the prices that we've seen for some of the trains and some of the high-end tractor trailer rigs as well. But much beyond that, we're into the 6 million range, $1.5 million, 6 million, 3 million. So these are no small purchase that we're making. So let's go ahead and start looking for some areas that we might want to purchase. Now, I did see a comment, and by the way, thank you very much for that comment about a certain route, but I see 2 that jump off the screen, actually 3 that jump off the screen right now just from LA. Okay, because we know LA, I see the icon down here for an airport, so it's got an airport. I see, looks like Richland up here around 17 to 1800. I see, is that either Idaho Falls or Jackson? One of the two. I see 850. I see almost 300 first class, 400 regular passengers. Let's see, where was the other one? I believe this is St. Paul that it's pointing to. Over 1,300. And those are some of them, some of the ones I picked up on a huge demand. So obviously this one, whether this is Jackson or Idaho Falls, this one is going to be one we can send multiple planes to for different types of passengers. So this is very intriguing, but from the standpoint of cargo, it looks like Richland is where it's at. So the first thing we need to do, of course, is we need to come up here and unlock our state. So 220 grand. Would you like to buy this license? And you notice I've been leaving this on fast forward because we need to continue generating money because these things are not cheap. Now I need, let's see, tell me, let's see, does this thing indeed have, I'm going to guess this does not have. I see that railroad is not, well, no, I take that back. Railroad might be going through there. So if we zoom in, how am I going to see? It doesn't have anything here. Dadgummit. That is huge. That is huge. We've got to take care of this. I'm going to start sending, we're doing railroads through here. I cannot just let that. Again, I really wish, see how that does that? I really like that. So I'm going to assume that means, oh, there's a nice one there. I'm going to assume that means that Richland doesn't have anything, but it does look like it has a rail connection. So we're going to do that. I just cannot leave that. As much as I want to get started. All right, we're going to do a rail connection. So 1,500 just because. All right, so let's come in here and we're going to do, we'll be back for these planes in just a moment, but we got to find somewhere that's got an airport. This huge demand. Let's see. I think we go the 900. That's 9 million. Holy cow. That is a huge amount of money. But I think it's going to be worth it. I tell you what, we can get by with less than half that at 500. Let's go ahead and just do the 500. I talked myself out of it. All right, so let's see. 500. Here he comes right here. We're going to follow this guy in because I want to see how much he makes. He's fully loaded. I said 202,000. He's fully loaded on the way back. And okay, I like that. I like that. So that is certainly not going to help us. We'll get our purchase money back very quickly doing that. And I tell you, while we're over here, let's just go ahead. Since we're going to be expanding here, you see our guy coming back to make us some more money. All right, we want to put a depot over here because, again, we're ultimately going to be expanding into a lot of these places. So let's go ahead and max that one out. Only 3 at a time should be perfectly fine. And okay, before I start looking at any other demand over here, let's go back to where we were. All right, airport. And here we go. Let's see. What was this? This was Jackson. And Jackson has no access to anything, as best I can tell. All right, so we're not allowed to click on it until we open this up. So let's go ahead and take a chance here. All right, Jackson, 150 grand. All right, now let's come back. Oh, this drives me nuts sometimes trying to get my selections that I want. All right, so I'm going to try this. Okay, nope, nothing there. In fact, okay, so Thermopolis does have one. It doesn't have any demand for us, but it does have one. So how can we see, if I click here, how do I know that Thermopolis has? I guess this turns green down here. Is there a information window? All right, I see that that's all well and good, but it doesn't tell me what I need to know, which is, where are the cities that give me... I mean, there's got to be a way to do this. This will drive you nuts looking for places that have it. All right, here's another large one, but again... All right, so already I am sad. This is hurting my feelings that we're not going to be able to make this happen. I mean, Jackson has nothing for us. I'm not sending our tractor-trailer rigs all the way up there. I know that seems like, some money to be made, and I'm not arguing that point, but I want to have airplanes. All right, so here we go. St. Paul. St. Paul, no airport. Of course there isn't. All right, game, you're starting to get on my nerves now. You're not giving me what I want, and you're giving me no way to find what I want other than what seemingly is a wild goose chase. All right, so with that, let's pick another Las Vegas, and let's go ahead and just get rid of these guys. I don't need to see our folks right now. All right, make sure we got Las Vegas. Once again, Las Vegas has an airport. That's nice. So where else has an airport? That is the question. That is not nearby. Seattle? Seattle doesn't have any demand. Wait a minute, here we go. Olympia. No airport. Okay. Game, I'm going to need you to help me out. What can I do here? And by the way, why doesn't St. Paul have an airport? Why is that? Okay. I know it's you can't put airports in every city like you would have in real life. You got to keep them somewhat spread out throughout the map. I got it, but still, this is getting quite infuriating. All right, here we go. Over here in Knoxville. Knoxville, no airport. Okay, Richmond, I'm not interested in. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead. Where is Trenton? Is that going to be... Let's go ahead and unlock this. At this point, it doesn't even matter anymore. We have no airport. Excellent. Game, me and you, we're not vibing right now. Not even a little bit. I mean, on the nice side of things, on the happy side of things, we're at 14.5 million right now in our account. But unfortunately, we are getting nowhere fast. All right, San Fran. Here we go. San Fran has an airport. I remember that from before. All right, who needs to do business with San Fran? All right, small city, and that seems like a bit of a stretch that it's going to have an airport, but we're going to try it. And, okay, it has an airport. You see the icon there. Thank goodness. Developers, if you happen to see this, please give us a way. Hopefully I'm not just missing one, but give us a way to filter out so that we can only see cities that have railroad connections or airports. Because this is not the way I want to do this. Okay, so let's make an air route to, I don't like that that's in red. That scares me. So, air route to Grangeville. Now, of all the places on this map that you would think would have an airport, Grangeville is not one of them. I would have expected, you know, Boise, some of the bigger cities to have one, but no, Grangeville's got one. So now let's go back. We're going to click on San Fran again. So 700. We know these planes are going to be fast. So let's shop for a plane. So here we are, well over 10 minutes into today's video, and we've just now found something that we can work with. All right, 700. Now these suckers are going to go fast. So what do we think? Let's just go big. I mean, 280. Let's just get that one. All right, hopefully, let's see. We do want to see ours. All right, of course. Wait, hold on. Of course, there's a strike immediately, because why wouldn't there be? Literally, you guys just took off. All right, once again, I'm not playing these games with y'all. We're trying to have fun here. Do not ruin my fun. All right, pilots. All of the pilots now, as well as drivers, are fully taken care of. This is all I can do for you. If you're not happy with this, then I literally can do nothing else for you. Okay, I want to see how much this thing is going to make us. 268 on a plane to Grangeville. 63,000. All right, we're going to wait for this sucker to come back. All right, it's not a... Yep, 63,000 looks like it's going to be. I mean, that's not a huge amount, but then again, he's not carrying a huge amount of cargo either. 63,000. All right, we'll take that. Our very first airplane, and I was beginning to wonder if we were ever going to get it. All right, so we still have a strong demand. So what I'm looking for now is, since we've had so much trouble finding these locations, all right, it's down to about 130. So let's go back and look. 130. I think you want to put a small one on there maybe? All right, let's make sure. Well, we might not want to. Nope, never mind. Okay, yeah. He had to wait there for a second, so we're not going to do that. All right, but what I am going to do is actually, I'm going to set up a hangar. This will be a good base of operations for sort of the northwest. And we'll open up 3 of these. All right, there we go. Now, of course, that means we need to do managers. All right, we've already got all these guys. Whoa, what did I do here? Holy cow, I've lost my mind. I don't remember doing that. Clearly I did, though. All right, full repair. And let's go about 50. 50 or 55, somewhere in that range. All right, let's get everybody in there and automatically add them from here moving forward. Okay, we also want to set up down here in San Francisco. Once again, oh, we already had 3. I already did that? Oh, that was in Grangeville, never mind. Okay, game, we need to work on our clicks here. All right, 3, and we want to max out the maintenance level. All right, so we're spending some money. You can see, oh, I don't like to see our airplane sitting still here. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. So it's even faster than I originally thought. He's sitting here quite a while. I don't like that at all. All right, but nothing we can really do about it at this point. So let's look. Where else do we see a huge demand? All right, Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City. Can we... Let's go ahead and unlock over here. We might as well. Salt Lake City has an airport. Yes, please. All right, so now we're going back. Why are you just sitting here? Is it... Does that get you going? Okay, why are you... All right, now I'm confused. All right, so let's click back on here and look. All right, there we go. I don't know what that was going on. I assume something in San Francisco. He didn't have enough. All right, I understand why he was paused here. All right, let's click on the opposite end of this. All right, there we go. So now he's waiting. That makes sense. So much for a huge demand there. Yeah, we could have done with much less there. So we're going to have to remember this and use this as a lesson going forward. We had a huge demand there, and I thought we were going to be fine, but the speed with which he's traveling is just, I mean, look how quickly he's getting there. So I guess that's killing it. And that's, so the demand just doesn't have enough time to refill. Okay. All right, so let's go back to San Fran. And we found a route. Where was that? Salt Lake. Okay, we're in Salt Lake. All right, 1,600. So we're going to do this, hopefully, a smarter way this time. So 1,600. Well, 160 is as high as we can go. And right now, I'm thinking that's really all we need to go. So let's do that. All right, we'll get an idea. All right, we'll let him load up. All right, so he's full. And how much do we make? 25 grand. All right, not a huge amount. Not a huge amount. Okay, repair vehicle. Yeah, we got it. All right, still full. Okay, so that one is up and running. So right now the demand is at 1,600. We'll see it dip momentarily as he loads. But right now that is... The demand is still refilling very quickly. Yeah, this is looking good. I am really wanting to put multiple planes on a route. Now, granted, this isn't a huge distance that I was looking for, but hey, at this point, we're just going to take what we can get. Because this is not certain, it's definitely not how I saw this playing out. I thought we were going to find a lot more airports and have a lot more fun with this. So, okay, we're at 1,500. I mean, this is not, yeah, we've got enough. Now, the question is, do we have enough money to keep doing this? Because these things are not cheap. All right, let's put another one on there. And then I'm going to leave it alone, at least for right now, because I am prone to overdoing these things. And right now, I'm just not in the mood to not do that. All right, airport here in Cedar City. All right, I like it. So let's see. The question is, all right, you guys go away for a second so that I can see. Was that San Fran? No, that was Salt Lake. Yes, that was Salt Lake. So actually, 330. 330. What about, so we could spend about 1.5 million for 80 capacity. Yeah, much cheaper to do this railroad, and they're so close together. I think, let's do railroad here. Okay, so Salt Lake. So 330, it's growing now, but we're not going to, I'm not going to do these. I think one of these will be sufficient. All right, Salt Lake to Cedar City. Now let's turn this back on. And I see that he is full. So no price change needed so far. That was about 17 grand, I believe, 16.9 or so. All right, I see my airplanes are still full. All right, good. No pricing changes needed. So this is going to turn out to be a pretty good blend. We're going to have, every once in a while, we'll be able to get some airplanes, but we're also going to have to pepper in a lot of railroad activity. Railroad activity is also extremely profitable, so I'm not going to sit here and complain about doing railroads, that's for sure. All right, let's see. Let's do, looks like 137 there. While we're over here in Salt Lake, we might as well take care of this as well. 145. We need, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and do a depot here. And let's just make it a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. 145. I'm going to go 80 here. Okay, let's make sure I got, oh, he is not full. Okay, let's see if this does it. He was about, what, 2/3 full? All right, that was $3,800. So we should expect, what, about $4,500 if when he's full. Let's see if we get a chance to actually see that number. No, $7,800, looks like. Okay, well, that's, hey, I'll take those type of surprises. All right, while we're here, Salt Lake, let's look out a little bit further. Salt Lake. I see a little bit of demand here for people. All right, I'm not seeing a whole lot as far as distance away. All right, there's 734 to Albuquerque. Again, not a huge distance. That might be the route we want to go, though. Columbus, I mean, we could go Columbus, but I'm pretty sure. All right, we got 248. Actually, for $3 million, I like this one. I like this plane. It can carry both. The question is, does Columbus have an airport? Well, let's find out. I mean, it's not like this 120 grand is going to kill us. It does have an airport. All right. All right, back over to Salt Lake. And let's do air travel. There we go. And let's put you on there. All right, so for $3 million, okay, he's full right now. Let's see what he gives us when he gets over here. With both passengers there. Ooh, 117,000. Yes, please. All right, that's not bad for that type of aircraft, because that's fairly low capacity, but those first class passengers really pay the bills. We've seen that with the road travel that we've done. All right, so now that we've got that up and going, let's go ahead and put a depot over here so we can have one over on the eastern side of the country. All right, so we got room for 4 in there. So now we've got, let's see, one up here in the northwest, sort of in the eastern side. We'll probably put another one up here if we find demand for it. All right, so what do we have? Let's see, let's stick with where we are. I'm going to get myself confused if I do too much with this. All right, let's go back over to Salt Lake. All right, what else do we have? We've got Albuquerque. Let's go ahead and unlock Albuquerque. Albuquerque does not have an airline. Okay, no airline there. Do you have access? It looks like you have access to that. So, okay, no problem. We'll go ahead and take care of that. 748 is a nice amount. Looks like we're going to go around the world to get there. Okay, to Albuquerque. And while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and put... yeah, let's go ahead and put a depot here. Okay, up to about 10 million or so. So let's click back on Salt Lake. 600. So now we need to purchase. All right, 600. I'm thinking That's pretty fast at only 200. This one carries 300, goes a little slower. I'm thinking 300. I don't want to press my luck for sure with any of these. These I'm going to save for extremely long distances and or absolutely monstrous cargo demand. So I'm thinking the 300. Let's do that. Oh, he's got like nothing on board. So once again, the cargo was just very unhappy with the accommodations. They didn't like it. All right, let's get him down here. We've made an adjustment. We've taken off 10. That might not be enough. Seriously? Okay, 15? This seems ridiculous, quite frankly. What does this low price mean? I don't know. Apparently it's telling me I'm too low a price on something. And he's still not. Wow, this is a huge... This is easily the lowest I've ever seen. Let's go to 12. Let's see if I can get by with 12 instead of 10. At this point, it's just kind of on my nerves that it's made me lower it this much. All right, that is, well, all right, fine. 11. That should get me 4. I'm not even going to look at it anymore, just in case. All right, so back to Salt Lake City, and then we'll move on to another one. Let's see, Jackson, we've already seen. It doesn't have anything. We're not doing any road travel right now. Nothing I can send to Grangeville, where we've already got an airport. Where else? Anywhere else? I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's pick another of the larger cities. What about Albuquerque? Do we have... No, we don't have that. What about Santa Fe? No. Okay. All right, what about... Let's see, we've already done San Fran. All right, do either of you have an airport? You do not. What about... Let's go ahead and open this up. We might as well just start opening up some of these states. All right, Salem. No. Eugene does. Okay, any demand that we find for Eugene? Nothing I'm seeing, quite frankly. Let's move our way across. Oh, I see something over here. That's 400. That's not terrible. But that's about all I'm seeing. Oh, wait, what is this? 360. All right, that's not bad. Tallahassee, what do we got? Okay, again, it's just not... there's Chattanooga. All right, let's go ahead and open up my home state. Chattanooga has one. All right. Now I got to remember which city it was over here. Eugene. There we go. So let's go ahead and make a route over here. So finally, we're going to Tennessee. I like it. All right, so 400. The question is, we've got 18.5 million, so money right now is not the issue. We're taking cargo 400. I think the 160 is where I want to go here. And that's going to be the only one I'm going to put on this thing. All right, let's get rid of this. All right, Chattanooga. And you can see, here we go. Here comes, okay, it's full right now. Good, after the issues we've had. Okay, we're still full on that one, which is a big money maker. All right, what are we getting here? That's a pretty good distance. 77,000. All right, we'll take it. All right, let's go ahead and put a hangar. And then, all right, let's just go ahead and max it out over here in the southeast. So that'll give us a couple of these, so that's good. All right, let's come back over. Eugene once again, and where else was that? Let's go Kalamazoo. Does Kalamazoo have one? It does not. Okay, no problem. Let's see, where else was it? Unfortunately, we got to come all the way back over here. Select again, and we were looking at what? Douglas. Okay. Douglas has an airport. All right, I like it. I like it. Okay, and in case you're wondering, yes, I could do these routes the other way. I don't always have to start in the same city. It's just that sort of to keep things the same and keep my mind on what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, so now we've got our route. What do we want to put on that? Actually, I'm kind of itching to do a railroad trip that is sort of cross-country. I want to try that as well because I got a feeling that could make huge money. We might even be able to put several trains on it, so we'll see how that goes. But for right now, focus on the task at hand. All right, so we had... All right, hold on. All right, what was it? It was 400, but that's a pretty lengthy trip. About the same, actually not that much farther than Chattanooga. So, let's see, 3. Again, I'm thinking this 160 is probably the way to go. And just leave it alone and be happy that we can make some money off of it. And not press my luck. All right, so it's full on the way over. Let's make sure that that remains the same. I mean, this is the great thing about playing this with no competitors. It's just us having fun with this. And that's awesome. Let's just see what kind of money we can make. 85 grand from that trip. Okay, not bad. And of course, with the sheer volume that we'll end up doing of these, we've got San Fran. Now we've got a couple of other cities. Where did I have? Vegas. Didn't we have a few going from Vegas? There you see some more lines. Yeah, this is going to end up being... Now, I do wish I had a way of getting rid of this. Can I click somewhere and get off of that? No, they stay. I really wish I could get rid of some of this or have a way to toggle this on or off. Again, you guys that have been with the channel for a lot of these different games that I play, whether we're talking farming simulator or we're talking racing, we're talking tycoon games. Regardless of what it is, I always talk heavily and focus heavily on options. Give us the options to turn things on and off, adjust what things cost, how much revenue, all that. Just let us do what we want to do to adjust the game to our own liking. And here I could really use a toggle to get rid of some of these. All right, let's go up here and see. I am looking for... Okay, Seattle has everything. I mean, look at that. They just got it all coming out of Seattle. But most importantly for us right now, they have an airport. All right, so let's look for some long distance. What do we have long distance? All right, I see this. I like this. I don't know if that's going to... Do we have an airport in Marion? We do not. All right, so that... We'll have to come back to them later. Okay, who else? Oh, I see... Oh, that is not going to get us. Thermopolis does not have an airport for us. Let's see. Boy, our map over here is really starting to get busy with all these lines on it. Yeah, this is going to get harder and harder to read. Well, I'm looking for something. You know, that would have been so much fun. 1,100 passengers. 94 first class. I mean, that would have been a nice moneymaker. But right now, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, wait, here we go. Hold on. What we got? All right, right now, I'm going to unlock this because I'm dying to know. No, you have nothing for me. However, you do have a railroad. All right, so now, here's my first opportunity. We do have railroad over here, right? Yes, we got railroad. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I thought I saw it going through there, but just wanted to make sure. So, Seattle, all the way over. So, this is literally just about as far as we could possibly go. And we're going to take people over here. Of course we are. Yes, indeed we are. Okay, let's just appreciate this route for a moment. Now, this is probably not going to be the best moneymaker for us. The distance is going to give us a huge amount of money, but the demand isn't exactly monstrous. But we're doing this. We are absolutely doing this. All right, so let's go ahead and get this up here. And unfortunately, we'll have to do this with train. Boy, what a train ride you guys are in for. You guys are, all right, let's see, 113, 168. Now, with the distance of this, I would like to use that, but unfortunately, that's not really effective. Ooh, I may have to. I mean, that's 10 million. Wow. I'm just dying to do this. I almost just have to do this. I know we won't be at full capacity on the normal or economy class, I think is what it calls them. But first class, what is that called? Yeah, economy class. 60, yeah, that's going to be... All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. I have to do it. I have to do it. It is a mandate. My brain will not allow me not to. All right, what do we have? Okay, I need you to stop for a second. Okay, so we got the maximum amount of these customers. Okay, the first class is what we're going to have to work on. All right, so go ahead. All right, you guys have quite a travel. First class didn't have much, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go all the way down to like 67. We're going to try a little different number. And we're going to see if we can't get full. Because again, this is such a long trip. I feel like we could spend an entire video just following this. Are you kidding me? Only 28? Only 28? So I'm going to go down to 60. All right, where are you guys at? I got ahead of you. Yeah, we're just going to do videos where I just follow this train along. And so we're at 190 there, which is very close. I'm going to go like that. This is amazing. All right, so what do we got? All right, you people are killing me on this 36. All right, that might be. All right, here you see. Here comes our green dot. All right, so we're doing good with the economy class. But these pesky first class folks, they are... this might be a great opportunity to do an upgrade. You people are just destined to get on my nerves, aren't you? That's what y'all are trying to do. So what kind of upgrade can we do on this thing? What does it have? All right, increase the capacity. Add first class seats. That's a good idea, right? Higher speed. Ooh, I like that. I like that for 1.2. We got to do that. I feel like we have to. Again, my brain is saying, look, if you don't do that, you're missing out. And of course, we're just going to upgrade this thing in midstream as it's going along, because that's how we do upgrades. We don't even bother to stop this train to do our upgrades. All right, so we've got 60. All right, here's what I want to know. How much are we getting right now? We're not even at full. 368. Yes, please. 368,000. That's the kind of money that we need to see coming in. Oh, yeah, look at that speed. Yeah, we're moving right along now. Yeah, this is it. Folks, I think I'm done right here. I'm just going to follow this around. And do we need more room for passengers? 126. Yes, we do. Let's do that. Can we fit more? We can. We didn't, but we can. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and what else can I do? Ticket price. All right, let's just keep lowering this ticket price. This might be it for me. We've got plenty of capacity. Unfortunately, we're not being reciprocated when we get over here to Seattle. It's taking a minute. All right, so one more time, I am going to follow this thing back over here. Can we please close that out? Thank you. All right, and then I promise I'm done. I'm done. We'll move on to something else because we have run very long on today's video, and that's because we had equal measure of frustration at the beginning and just sheer enjoyment at the end. That is, look at those numbers. We're at $26 million. And again, Equal parts frustration at the middle, but just pure enjoyment at the end. Look at that route. That's exactly what I wanted, and finally, I got something that I wanted. Now, I don't like seeing red over here. That must be, I think that's from the hangars and the depots that we see that. That's their upkeep, I believe. But this is awesome. So we did some upgrades. We got some airplanes finally. I was beginning to wonder if we were going to get any airplanes. We've added some more to our rail fleet, and things are moving right along. $28.5 million. Thank you very much for joining me. I have had a blast today. And stick around, as we are definitely going to continue our gameplay series of Transport Inc.